Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Listen, in this video, we're going to go over our March budget. We're going to go over the March budget. Y'all, listen, we made a budget at the beginning of March. We made a budget. By March 3rd, I was told I was being laid off. In the beginning of March, I was told I was being laid off. But I made this budget before I knew that. And we had to make some adjustments to the budget as we lived out March, knowing that we didn't have a job. We did not have a job in sight. We were hopeful we would get a job, but at the time we still hadn't had a job, right? So I made this budget. I did my spending with that in mind, hopeful to get a job, but knowing that this job was coming to an end. So let's talk about it. Here's how it went. On this side of the paper is what I projected, but then on this side of the paper is what actually happened. If it's highlighted in pink, it means I did better than expected. And if it's highlighted in blue, it means I either went over budget or I didn't budget for it at all. Okay? Let's discuss. So, I said, now this is after payroll deductions, this is after taxes, right? So I said I would be bringing home, or what would be hitting my accounts would be $14,530. I actually did better than that. I brought home $15,140. From that, I sent $1,536 to the mortgage. And then $111 went to the HOA. The gas bill was a little higher than I expected. I said $190. It came in at $204. The electricity bill, I said $187. It came in at $190. So not that far off. The water bill, I said $200. It was less. It came in at $146. And this is for the quarterly water bill. It comes in once a quarter, so about every 3 months, okay? Cell phone, $200. And that's for 3 phones that are on my plan. And those 3 phones are for my mama, my grandmama. Okay, I had to change all the things. The memory card, the battery, all the things. Okay. Internet. I said $85. It came in a little higher at $90. I'm giving myself a blue. Even though it's just a $5 difference, I'm giving myself a blue because I'm not sure, nor have I checked to see if my military discount is being applied. And so that's why I was getting a blue, because I could possibly be saving more money and I just haven't done the homework to figure that out. Okay, so bad on me. Slap my hand. Okay, security system, I said $54. It came in at $57. Insurance, I said $444. It came in at $441. That's insurance for my car. That's insurance that's for somebody else's that I pay. And the biggest piece of the insurance is the insurance on my home. Okay, so $441. Housekeeping, I said $319. Now listen, when I discovered that I wasn't going to have employment anymore, I let go of the cleaners. But they did come in one time that month to the tune of $159. So after that, there's no more housekeeping. So that is one of the things that we said. Subscription services, $43. And that is for Paramount Plus. That is for premium, Google Premium, like YouTube Premium, so that I don't have to watch commercials and such. The next 4 things, I do what I call mindful spending. So what that means is I don't necessarily give myself a budget, but I just try to be super conscious of when I'm in them streets spending money. I go through all of the questions. Do you need this? Do you want this? Why are you buying this? And sometimes the answer is it's my prerogative. That's okay too. Because even before I was losing my job, I was trying to be a better spender. Because I've always been an oversaver, right? So funding budget means finding that balance. Finding the balance of enjoying your money alongside with being fiscally responsible with your money, okay? So finding that balance means I was giving myself more permission to spend, all right? And so for groceries, I spent $429. Now, mind you, I do have a partner, Jay. He also buys groceries and buys things. So none of this is speaking to what he spent. This is just what came out of my pocket, okay? $168 was on restaurants and eating out. Household miscellaneous came to $23. And then fun miscellaneous came to $183. And a lot of that was ATM. Sometimes when I pull money from the ATM and it's not necessarily for a specific thing, I just throw that into fun miscellaneous. And honestly, I think I pulled from the ATM like 3 times, like $40 a pop. My bank refunds me ATM fees, so that's never the issue. But where I was working, they had all of these fun restaurants there. So I just got so used to just pulling money and doing that. And I'm pretty sure had I been there longer, I probably would have found a better balance of, gave myself probably a budget for work, for spending money in them streets at work. Because they had a Starbucks. That was my boo thing. They had a Dunkin' Donuts. That was my boo thing. They just had all of these little fun places. And I treated myself a lot. But I'm sure I would have found a balance. I would have found the balance eventually. Hair. I said $250 for my hair, and it actually came to $332. That includes the tip. But the big thing about that, the only reason why it was over, because my tip and my style did come to $250. It was the fact that I actually purchased more hair. This hair here. And this hair is called French curl braiding hair, if anybody's interested. Well, you can't see it right now because it's all bunned up. But it's French curl braiding hair. And I don't know the color. Somebody did ask me in the comments what was the color of the hair. I don't remember what the color is. It's almost like a brown, like a rust brown or something. I don't know. I just go off of visuals. But I cannot tell you, and I don't have the hair in this car, what the color of this is. But it's a brown, a light brown, right? Nails. I said $100. In the month of March, I did not get my nails done at all, so 0 went there. Lashes, I said $145, and I did not get my lashes done in the month of March, but $80 is there because I do have a membership with the lash place, and it's like $79.99 a month is the membership fee, and of course that goes towards your lash services, but I didn't get that done, so that $80 is actually just credited. These people are gonna keep calling. Miami. We went to Miami in the month of March for Jay's birthday, and so I set aside $500 for the Miami trip, and I only spent $289. And again, this is because we went for his birthday, so of course, quite naturally, I wanted to treat him to the things. But come to find out, the things really didn't cost that much money because all of Jay's family is in Miami. And I'm telling you, one day his mama cooked for us. Another day his cousin made a whole spread for us for his birthday. Then the next day his aunt made a whole spread. They be cooking. That's their love language. They cook. His cousin even made homemade bagels and gave him homemade bagels as his present because Jay's love language is food. So yeah, so I didn't spend a lot in Miami at all. So $289 is all it came to. 401k, $1,785 went there. HSA, $216 went there. Now gifts. I said $600 is what I was going to give away in gifts that month. And that doesn't count Jay. Jay's money was in the Miami money, okay? This is gifts to other people. Yeah, I gave away $950. That's even with me knowing my job was coming to an end. I helped some people out. I helped some people out for the month of March. And I'm okay with that. Because I do feel like I'm abundant. With or without a job, I'm so freaking abundant. I'm so freaking blessed. And because I am blessed, it's my job to be a blessing. It's my honor. It's my pleasure to be a blessing. Where I am led to bless. And I say that to say, it's not because people ask. Because half the time, you ask me, the answer is no. So yeah, so $950 is what I gave. Now, here's the part that we had to change up. We decided to change up. We is me. I decided to change up. We have been on a mortgage payoff journey, y'all. Before I realized I was losing my job, my goal was to pay my house off by December of this year, 2025. It's going to be my Christmas gift to me. Okay? So therefore, I was setting aside large amounts of money to send to the mortgage as an extra payment. So at the beginning of March, I said I was going to send $5,650 to my mortgage. I decided, after realizing my job was coming to an end, not to send anything extra to the mortgage. So that went to zero. Then savings and investing. I said I was going to do $1,100 to savings and investing. Now, because I'm not sending money to my mortgage, what that means is instead we're continuing to add to the savings part of my life, because we're going to be traveling, right? We're going to be out there living off of my savings. What I had left over was $4,307. So that was set aside for savings, not investing. Actually, $500 did go towards investing, but we're going to kind of stop that too. So $4,307 went to savings. 500 of that went to investing. Okay. Now we had some additional things that popped up that wasn't initially accounted for, and that is Easy Pass fee, re-up fee, and getting this car inspected. So that came to $55. $20 of that was the inspection on this car. Credit card fee for one of my credit cards was $59. It's my longest running credit card. I still have it. $59. It's okay. Now, because we are setting the house up as a crash pad, I actually purchased 3 bunk beds, 2 mattresses. I paid for a delivery fee and an installation fee for 2 of the bunk beds. One of the bunk beds Jay set up. He put it together. So that came to $3,087. What I love is the fact that I didn't have to put any of this on a credit card. Love that. 2, I also love that I didn't have to use anything from my existing savings account. Love that. Was able to cash flow all of these things, right? So that's what I did with my money for the month of March. This is the story my money told about me in the month of March. I'm wondering if any of this says homegirl got laid off in the month of March. Not sure if any of this says that. It probably don't say that. But this is the story, guys. What story is your money out there telling about you? Thank y'all so much for being here. Don't forget to thumbs up, engage with the video. Talk to me down there in the comments. Subscribe if you're so inclined. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Until then, peace and be kind. Be kind. All right. Peace. I am just knocking this little dumb cup everywhere. Ugh.